Hey, what's happening, you guys? Creative D Will here from Sweetwater, and today we're going to be diving in talking all about how to set up your audio interface with your computer, your USB audio interface to your computer. I got the Revelator IO24 from PreSonus here, and that's what we're going to be utilizing so I can show you guys the steps that you need to get this bad boy up and running. But these steps are universal. You can use it on any audio interface that you buy or purchase or whatnot. These steps will work from a beginner one like this one or all the way up to the higher end one. So let's go ahead and dive in and let's get creative. So the first thing that we need to do is we need to connect this bad boy to our computer. So typically if you get an audio interface, it's got to connect some type of way, and ours is going to connect via USB-C to USB to our computer. When you're plugging into your computer, make sure you utilize a powered USB slot. Why? Because these smaller audio interfaces, they get power over USB, and that's how they power up. You don't need to plug this thing up to a outlet or nothing like that. All you have to do is plug it in USB. So make sure it's in the power slot. And also, if you are utilizing a higher end USB audio interface, make sure you have the power supply that comes with it and plug that in if it needs a power supply. So if you plug it up via USB and it's not getting power, then you might need an actual power supplies. I know the Universal Audio Apollos, they need power supplies. So let's go ahead and get this bad boy connected to our computer, and then we'll move on to step 2. All right, so I got the Revelator IO24 connected to my computer, and a good indication that it's working right is that the lights are on. So if you plug it in and you don't see any lights or anything like that, then you might need to check out the power supply or make sure you're in that power USB slot like I mentioned earlier. So the next thing that we want to do is, and this is probably by far the most important step, is we want to go over to the manufacturer's website or utilize the documentation that comes inside the box of your audio interface, and you want to download all of the drivers. Typically, if you buy one brand new, then it'll have all the instructions that you need inside the box in order to do this. But I'm gonna go over to the website just in case you're getting one that wasn't brand new or that was used. Then the manufacturers typically have all the drivers on their website. This is by far the most important step, so do not forget this step or your audio interface is not gonna work right. So as you can see, I got PreSonus website up here on the screen. Now, they have theirs under their support tab. You come over right here, and we're going to download the PreSonus Universal Control for Mac. So you just hit download, and it will automatically download onto our computer. All right, so I got the software installed and it's picking up my audio interface, which is a good thing. That lets me know that everything is connected, and it's showing me my firmware is up to date. Now, if you're just getting your audio interface and the firmware is outdated, then typically when you plug it in and download the drivers and the software and everything, it'll tell you, hey, you need to update your firmware. Go ahead and do that at this time because you don't want to move on and have any additional problems. So now that I got everything set up, the software installed, the drivers installed, now we need to start connecting stuff to our audio interface. I'm going to bring up this control center right here. This is unique to PreSonus, and this is unique to this audio interface. Typically, when you buy audio interface from a company, they'll have some type of control center where you can see your inputs and outputs and all that good stuff. Now, I'm going to go ahead and connect my USB mic. We're using the Rode NT1, the 5th generation. I'm going to plug it in here really quick. This is a condenser mic, and there's one step that you have to do for condenser mics in order for them to get power, and I'm going to tell you guys as soon as I get this bad boy connected. Bye, y'all. Just plug it into the microphone input right here, slot 1. I have an XLR cable that looks like this right here. Boop. And we're going to plug that bad boy right on in, and the other end is connected to my microphone right there. So now that I got that plugged in, we don't have any, you notice we don't have any signal over here on our screen. Now, in order to get power to this condenser microphone, we're going to need 48 volts, which is phantom power. So I'm going to come over here. Boop. I'm going to select on microphone input 1, and I'm going to come over here, scroll over there to 48 and turn it on. So now we are getting a signal, an audio signal from our microphone, and you just tap on it just slightly just to see if it's coming in, and we are getting the audio signal. So that is a very good indication that everything is connected and working right. Now that we got everything connected to our audio interface, we got the Rode NT1 connected, we got power going to our mic, we have all the drivers and everything installed on our computer. The next step is to route the audio to whatever source you're trying to get it to. So So I'm going to be trying to connect my audio interface to Cubase, but if you guys are utilizing some type of podcasting software, or if you're trying to connect it to your computer, then you need to go into the sound settings of that DAW or of that software, and you need to set the IO24 or your audio interface as the sound card for your application that you're using it in. So let me go ahead and pull up Cubase here. So we got an empty project of Cubase loaded up here on the screen. Now, all we got to do is set up our audio interface, because right now you see up here it says nothing is connected. So we want to go over here to Studio Settings, and we want to go to Studio Setup. Now, once you're into Studio Setup, you see my audio system is set to built-in audio. I want to change this to Revelator IO24. Like I said, whatever software you're using, you just got to make sure you select the Revelator or your audio interface as the sound card for that program. So I select that, then it says, hey, do you want to switch? Yep, because I selected you, so I want to switch to you, buddy. Alrighty, so it made that switch for us. Now we need to go down up in here and actually route our inputs and our outputs, because we still have nothing is connected, so it wouldn't record anything inside of Cubase. So I'm gonna come over here, and right now it's showing for my inputs that I have the Revelator IO24 mic line in 1. So that would be my the microphone that I plugged in, the Rode NT1 right here that I got plugged in channel 1 of the Revelator. So now I want to go to my outputs, and I don't have anything selected as my outputs. I want to select my audio device as the IO24, playback left and right, because it's stereo output. Playback left and right is automatically selected. And now if you're inside of a DAW, what you want to do to test this out, you want to actually add a audio track and see if you're getting audio in. So I got an audio track added here, and what we're going to do is we're going to hit record on Cubase and see if we're getting any audio signals. So this is recording, and I am getting an audio signal, which is cool. So that's pretty much it. A super simple video showing you guys how to set up your USB audio interface. I hope you guys liked this video. If you did, then please hit that thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of our future up and coming videos. And as always, don't forget to start at Sweetwater for all your music instruments and pro audio needs. Until next time, stay creative.